Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? Welcome to our show. Tonight is Tuesday, February 18th. We have the amazing Natasha Castillo on. She is involved in so many amazing things that are happening, and we can't wait for all our guests to meet her. She's lovely. She's going to join us. Leo, hit that promo, baby.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am.
Beautiful. Leo, another great promo. By the way, our friend Leo Rodriguez is not just my right hand man. Not only does he run my What's the Story with Maria page, not only did he design and create, I'm sorry, he designed and created my What's the Story with Maria website. He runs my mariagentili.com website, but he's also a gun for hire. So if you are someone that needs to tweak or update your website or doesn't have a website and you'd like one, Leo Rodriguez is your guy. He's a gun for hire. And I never mind sharing him because I know he loves me. So it doesn't matter. I want him to do great things and prosper. So please reach out to Leo. He's a pretty busy guy, but Leo will always find time for great work. Danielle Alexandria Alchemy, speaking of great work, says, Happy Tuesday, Maria Leo, and What's the Story with Maria crew. Danielle is our friend. Um, she's a spiritual medium, a psychic, a reader. She speaks to the other side. She does spirit animal readings. She does all kinds of amazing things. Please go and check out her website. You will not be sorry. It's DanielleAlexandriaAlchemy.com. Every one of my friends that had a reading with her was mind blown, and including my family members. So please do yourself a favor. What what better thing to do for yourself than peace of mind? So go and check out Danielle. Lori Towers. Hi, my love. I love Lori. Lori, warmest place on a cold New York night. Well, that's very nice. Lori's going to join us next week. She and Wendy Lane Bailey are going to be on. Wendy Lane Bailey of United Solo. And Lori's going to join us and talk about her new jewelry line and things of that nature. So many things are happening. It's really great. Uh, so Wednesdays, 10 p.m., John Pietero, her very handsome sidekick, that Leo is something else. I agree with you, John. So Rena Cugnali Berge says, happy. She's my cousin from Massachusetts. I love her very much. Hello and happy Tuesday. Rena is married to Mr. February in our calendar, 2022. He was the original. He is the OG of February. Mr. February. He originated the role. But anyway, so great things are happening. Oh, speaking of which, this is Mr. February 2025. Adam Sank. He is a comedian, really funny guy. Just when I say the name Adam Sank, I start laughing. He's so funny. He's also a lovely human being, but funny as hell. Look at him. Look at how ripped he is. Leo, will you join us here? You know, Leo has to always comb through. Here's our 2025 calendar. That is Adam Sank. So he is Mr. February. If you want a calendar, they are only $12 and they're great. They're great quality. This year, the quality has been stepped up. We have so many hotties in this calendar. I can't even tell you. So please, if you, oh my God, Leo was fanning himself. If you would like a calendar, I still have a few left. So please reach out to me. We have so many cuties in here. Last month
You
was
don't have if
what
you
happened?
don't have a calendar yet.
No, but
If you oh my goodness.
Kelvin Moonlow was our Mr. January. Adam Sank is our Mr. February. And I'm not going to give you all of them because you should have one of your own. You can, there's
Mhm.
to put in your backpack. or your purse or your book bag or whatever, and yet they're big enough to hang on a wall or a door or wherever you like to. My sister has a shop. She has a hair salon. She hangs it in her shop.
Well, she's got. I know who she hangs in her shop.
Well, she loves Elaine. She still loves Elaine, Elena
Mhm.
Ponte, Feliciano.
I have to
That's their
say,
favorite pinup. I mean, calendar person of all time. Elaine. She was Miss January 2024, right? Or was
yes, she
2023?
was
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
This is. I'm going to give a sneak preview. This is, I think, the cutest one for 2025.
Oh my God. Yes. April, Loki, and Ivana. They're so cute. We have so many
Don't
cute people.
discriminate. You're hot. You're hot. Get in the
That's
calendar.
it. So if you want me to, if you're somewhere where you need me to mail it out, it'll be 15 because it's about that. It's about $3 for shipping and handling. So 15 if you want me to mail it out to you. Please just text me or email me or reach out to me on Facebook Messenger and I will get it out to you. If you are anywhere near the duplex on Wednesdays, I always have them. Brandy's on Fridays and Saturdays, I always have them. And the nights that I'm at Stonewall, which is usually Mondays, I have them as well. So you can swing by and pick them up if you like.
Yep.
Now, Leo, how was
You
your
can
week this
order
week?
them. It was good. I was going to say you can order them on what's the story with Maria.com as well.
That's true. And go and
If
check
you'd
out
like
what's the
to.
story with Maria.com because that is also where you can check out our shows which goes into podcast right after this. It like
Mhm.
Leo takes care of all that. He uploads all of it. And then it's on what's the story with Maria.com. You can go to iHeartRadio, you can go to Spotify, you can go to a million different podcast sites and listen to every one of our shows. This is episode
386.
386. Wow. So you can catch all our episodes there. John, I mean, Leo, would you do us the privilege of telling everybody about John and Lori's Wednesday nights?
You mean my what do I do on Wednesday nights?
What do
What do
you
I
do on
do on
Wednesday
Wednesday
nights,
nights?
Leo?
Well, I sit in front of my computer and do some work. While I do some work, if I'm not teaching my cabaret class, I turn on Sheena's Jungle Room on WFMU.org and I rock out beneath the underground with John Pietero and Lori Towers. And once a month, we get really eccentric and have only women rockers that play that hold the night. Lori runs that night, and John is her tech assistant.
I
And then I
love
think they
that.
switch out. They switch out on the regular weeks.
Beautiful. I love
Yep.
that. It's a wonderful show, and you can catch it in replays as well, which I often do because I work
Mm-hmm.
Wednesdays. But you just go to WFMU.org and you can click on it and listen on replays. Oh, are you drinking out of a What's the Story with Maria cup?
Go ahead. Keep
Keep
eating or
eating.
drinking.
By the way, I have about 4 of those left. If you want one of those, they're $10. They're only $10.
Oh my
Just let me
goodness.
know. And then once I'm sold of those 4, I'll order more. I usually order
You know,
12 at a time.
I've been thinking we've got aprons, we've got cups, we've got calendars. I was thinking about a t-shirt. I don't have a t-shirt.
I mean, I love the t-shirt. The only thing with the t-shirts is you have to have sizes. You know what I mean? You have to have that's the only thing. Like these are one size fits all. We had
What,
tote
what if
bags.
we just get a big one for the go ahead, keep eating? That would fit me. Then you don't gotta worry
Oh,
about
I
the
love
size.
that. And it could if you could just shrink it or tie.
Yeah, wash it
Not
a
a
couple
bad
times.
idea. Like a what? How about a onesie, Leo? Oh, what's the story
Go
with
ahead,
Maria?
keep eating.
Onesie. Go ahead, keep eating it. You know, it stretches. I love
Yeah,
that. That's great. I've been eating like a
that's a
pig.
good idea.
I was on the keto for a little bit. Great. I lost 10 pounds in about a month. That's my keto. I love it. It's my go-to. And now I'm just kind of dabbling in ridiculous eating, but it's
Yep.
okay. I'll go back on
I've
it for
got
the Mac Awards. You know, the Mac Awards are coming up April
oh that's
10th.
right.
April 10th. So probably at the end of this month, I'll go back on it. Um, so that is April 10th. It's a Thursday night. I'm very much looking forward to that. Brandy's is
I've
being
been
honored.
good.
Brandy's piano bar is
Honored.
being honored. Yeah, so we're gonna do a little number. Some the Brandy staff and John Bronston, by the way, is our musical director for the Mac Awards. How cool is that? He's amazing
For the Mac Awards?
for the Mac Awards.
Oh. And
I
was it
know.
Yaz last year?
Yes.
Look at our
Oh, was it
friends
Dan
doing so.
Pardo? No, it was Dan Pardo last year,
It was that
and
part.
Yaz
Okay.
the year before. All
Look at
amazing,
all our
all amazing.
friends.
I know. Okay, let's check out who's joined us. Jill Crozian, that's your buddy
Hi,
too.
Jill. Yeah, Jill. Yeah, and
Yay.
Lori. And John. She's a great rocker legend from the Lower East Side, from
I
downtown
love
underground.
that. Sudi Rick Caritas. Hi, buddy. What's going on? Sudi Rick is all over the place. He's writing new things, filming new videos.
Does he have
Always.
his clothes on? I hope
Well, sometimes he
somewhere
doesn't.
if he's in
Sometimes he
public.
doesn't. And he's got many, many, many great books. Please go to Amazon and check out Sudi Rick Caritas. Many books. Rainbow Relatives. Fork Social Media. He's catering. Something about how catering ruined my
He
life or
says
something.
no.
He's a funny guy. No clothes. All
No
right.
clothes.
So,
Of course not.
one of the things we want to talk about tonight is our friend Scott Barberino, who's
Oh yeah.
he's runs the Nightlife Exchange and is also the general manager at Ellen Stardust. He sent me their new poster. They have a reoccurring series that's been happening at Lips. And it's called Barbarinos. I love these posters. I don't know who designed them, but they're exquisite. Barbarino's Big Night Out. So that's Tuesday, March 4th at 7 p.m. So this lineup is, I mean, I only wrote down a few of the people because there's so many. There's looks like 12 people are involved here.
Well,
But
have you
go ahead.
seen Liz is on there? Remember
I
Liz?
know, Liz.
She's on there. She's been moving over to comedy.
She's your girl, and she's an incredible
Yep.
singer, but she's been moving over to
Oh,
comedy. So Liz
yep.
Davies is our friend who's got pipes for days, but she also
Oh
now
my
she's
God.
concentrating on her comedy. So Liz, and
But she's
also
got comedy chops too, so
she does. I know.
she's
I
pretty
know.
funny. She was in my show, and she's got
Can I
comedy.
tell you something? I never told you this before, but I told her though, after I saw your show, she was my favorite person in your show. She's my favorite person in your show. Lots of great people, don't get me wrong, but she was my favorite.
Mhm.
So Liz Davies is going to be in it. Danny McWilliams. Danny McWilliams is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful comedian that I am crazy about. He's so funny. So he's going to be in that show as well. Melissa Driscoll is going to be in that show.
Oh, Melissa, yay!
I know we love Melissa. She's in South Africa right now. Can you believe that?
I think I saw something about that. Wow.
Yeah, I saw her today. She was playing with these tiger cubs.
Oh, really?
I was like, what on earth? They were
She's not
all over her.
planning to take Elon Musk back over there. I mean, just wondering.
Please, I don't think they would take him back. Usually, they don't want him. They don't want. There's some countries that you can try to like deport people back to that they don't want him. Like I know Cuba's like that. Cuba's like, nah, we're good. So who knows? I'm sure they don't want him back. Who knows?
Hi, Nettie.
Hi, Annette, and look at Shugs. Look at her little sugar
look
plum.
at that.
Could you die? I met Sugar Plum in person last year when we did her show. Oh, by the way, Annette is going to do her show March 3rd. It's an Oscar recap as she does every year. And we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll drive out there like I did last year.
I'm
That was
on
really
call
fun.
for some Latin flair. I got a text the other day about some Latin flair, so I'll have to see what's up with that. And that texts me again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes I hear she works with some fairies on her magic, and so I think I'm in the lineup. Like I'm like on the bench, but in the lineup.
Oh, I love that. Annette, hey, you two cuties. Same to you two cuties, you and Shugs. Oh, and wasn't it your sister's birthday today or yesterday, Nancy Zito? We love Nancy Zito.
Nancy's so fun.
She's great. She was on the show last year too. That was a fun show. So
That was
Annette
a fun show.
Annette will be joining us. Yes, that's the theme. All right. So Nancy, happy birthday to Nancy Zito. We love her. She is an interior designer. So the Zitos are very creative girls. So that's going to be going on. We have a lot going on.
Don't mess with the Zito girls.
No, do not. Not yesterday, Shugs today. Oh, today is Shug's birthday.
And
oh my God!
Oh!
Yesterday was Nancy's birthday.
Happy
That
birthday,
is
little
so
puppy.
cute. I love that. I love that dog is adorable. Adorable. Oh, okay. We also want to mention Lynn Portis. I'm listening. Take care of your cold, Maria. I know I had this little bit of a Judy had it last week and then but I'm at the tail end of it, so it's good, but it's like making my
It
nose
keeps
run.
going and coming back, I tell you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And
I
it's
tell
making
you.
my
And
nose
I work
run.
with kids, so I'm waiting for it to come back. I'm dodging it. And
You know what? I
hi,
gotta
hi,
say,
Mr. Leo. Hi, Mr.
I know,
Leo.
I
Dodge and
know.
duck and move.
I've been pretty lucky. I'm one of those people that doesn't often get sick. I don't know if it's because I do work with kids and I work in public places a lot, so it's almost like my immune system is pretty strong
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to someone that's home a lot, I think, because I'm out a lot and I ride the subway and all that. So I've been pretty good. I mean, the few times over the last 4 years that I had COVID, that kicked my butt. But other than that, and the first time I had COVID, uh, Lynn Portis's daughter, Jackie, Dr. Jackie Giuliano,
Mm-hmm.
really, literally saved my life. I mean, because I got hit so bad. She really took care of me. So shout out to Dr. Jackie. We love Dr. Jackie. Now, next week, we're going to have Wendy Lane Bailey, and we are going to have Lori Towers
Lori
join us as
Towers.
well, talk about her new jewelry line. I
Oh,
had
that's
my,
right.
what did I
And
do with my, here it is, my my little arrowhead, Lori arrowhead. I love this thing.
I
So
think it's
nice that is.
beautiful.
Oh,
Which
there
is
it is.
there you go.
And you're getting
That's really
sleepy, Leo.
beautiful.
You're getting sleepy, Leo. And Leo,
Go
I know
ahead,
you're gonna
keep
have a piece.
eating. Go ahead, keep eating.
Oh my God. So we have lots of great things. I spoke to Bethany
Well,
this week. Wasn't that a fun show last week with Bethany Vaughn?
that was she's so sweet.
I love her so much. And her voice club. They're so great. It's on a Tuesday night. Maybe one of these Tuesday nights I'll drive out to Boston to see my family on a Monday. And I'll
Those shows are the best ones when you have
oh
the whole
my
audience to
God.
the audience. We forgot to talk about you were gonna mention so people can maybe get ready for it in March is Lori's upcoming little book signing that
Okay,
we
so Lori's and John's friend,
we'll
Joey
talk about more
Preston,
next week.
is going to be at Pangea on March 10th at 7 p.m. Signing copies of his book, Jackie Curtis Undressed, Warhol Superstar. So he has written this book, and Lori will be able to tell us more about it.
Yeah.
Next week we'll bring it up again, but we wanted to get you ready for that. I wanted to try to get him on the show, but it's gonna be a little difficult to get him on the show. However, we will definitely talk about him. So put that in your calendar as well. March
Yeah,
10th,
you got
7 p.m. What, honey?
Barbarino's big night out. You got a book signing to go to.
So many things. The first week in March, forget about it. Better take your vitamins because you're going to be out. You're going to be out there a lot. Lots going on. February is almost over. I'll take it. February is one of those months. Like January seems to last 3 years and February flies by. So that's okay with me. Oh my God, Alana Diaz has joined us. Hello from Stonewall. Love Miles,
Hello.
Danny, and Alana. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Alana,
I
go
love you
boom.
guys. 3 people that I love. Go and if you're in the neighborhood, go and upstairs. Go to Stonewall. Go upstairs and say hi to. They have a great piano bar up there on Tuesday nights. So go and say hi to our friends. We love them. There's no cover up there. You just tip your staff and sing some songs and
Yeah,
enjoy the night.
sing some songs.
I was
Oh,
there
I'm gonna
last
sing
night
some
for
songs.
Freak Out. Chauncey Dandridge runs this amazing night. Usually it's the third Monday of every month, second or third Monday of every month. Yeah, the third. So it's called Freak Out, and it's all songwriters, and a lot of them it's dance music. It's not necessarily, like
Ballads and things like that.
yeah. I mean, some of it is, and some of it is performance art. It's really, really cool. And Lynn Portis and Chauncey Dandridge wrote a new song,
They're
which is
on a roll, aren't they?
they are on a roll. So go to Spotify, check out Lynn Portis, Chauncey Dandridge. They have Reveal, and we Woo! And this new song is called More Time. Please go and check it out. And not just check it out, but download it. You know how much does it cost to download? Not very much, but what people don't realize when you're a songwriter, you can stream and stream and stream. Songwriters don't see a cent of that. So go and download it if you're on Apple Music or any of those things, and that way the songwriter
Download
gets.
and share it so your friends can download it.
Yes, absolutely. Make playlists like Chauncey does that. He makes all these great playlists. It supports his friends, and then he shares the playlist, and then people can do that. Geniuses, says John. Yes.
What do you mean?
Yes,
Gene
absolutely.
I.
Gene, that's
Gene I?
I, I don't know, John. I think geniuses. I think
Hold
I
on a
don't know.
second.
We'd have to ask Lynn Porter's genius. I think it's geniuses. But anyway, so many great things. One of the other great things that's happening, and has she checked in yet?
Not yet.
Okay, but she
But
will
let's start this
check.
conversation because I've got tons of songs just going through my head.
You do. Okay,
Oh
so
yeah, we can start talking
I
about our.
I know that Danielle Alexandria Alchemy is gonna love Natasha because she is a huge Carpenters fan, just like we are. And you know, most of us here, I know Lynn, you, me, Bill Goffey, Danielle, we're
Every
huge,
sha la
huge.
la la, every
La, la,
whoa.
still shines. What's your favorite Carpenter song? I love Superstar. I
Sing,
think
sing.
sing, sing
It
a
is my favorite.
song.
Well, yep, and especially since I have kids, not my kids. My nipples would hurt so much. But no, if I had with my children, that I love that song. I think it's just simple. The flute, is it the flute?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember my
Recorder.
cousin likes to sing. Recorder. My cousin likes to sing, and I remember they used to live two doors down from my grandparents. And so on holidays, everybody would be, down on Eastmont Street. And I remember my cousin Mark leading us, and we were you. I imagine you would be the same. We were kids that put on the show,
Oh, absolutely.
and there was like
Absolutely.
12 of us that day, and I remember skipping down the driveway, him on leads, and all of us going la 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 la, I had
And
to
that was
been
the
like
big
7
thing.
or
I
8
mean,
years old.
that's what we did back then. What we did back then, I just want to check to see if because sometimes our guests try to text us and I want to make
Well,
sure.
I think she's just getting out of her meeting right now is what she said,
Yes.
and it's 6:25. So
Yeah, so she had a meeting from work, but
but that's probably my all-time favorite. Superstar
oh,
is
Superstar,
one that,
I love Rainy Days and Mondays.
oh yes.
I love Rainy
Hmm.
Days and Mondays. It's so beautiful.
Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days
Rainy
and
Days and
Mondays
Mondays
always get
let
me.
me down. Now,
Oh,
what people don't realize about Karen Carpenter, and what she's my favorite female vocalist of all time, but what made her special? It wasn't her high notes; it was her low notes,
oh yeah.
because a lot of people
Oh
did not
yeah.
have notes, and that's the beauty of it. That's
I
the
think she
beauty of
was
vocal.
butchered than me on some of those low notes.
Oh, I'm telling you. All right. Okay, hold on. I'm lowering that. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anybody. Hector Garcia, because I watch our show on two
Hmm.
different. Because you can watch our show, by the way, you can watch it um, on Facebook Live. You can watch it on YouTube Live, uh, and you can also watch it in on What's the Story, my Facebook page, Leo's Facebook page, the What's the Story with Maria Facebook page. So it's in different places.
Hmm.
But sometimes, depending on where you're watching, your comments will come up differently. Um, oh,
Hmm.
Danielle Alexandria says, best drummer in the world, too. I know.
Hmm.
Only yesterday there are too many to choose. I know. Yesterday, once more. I, best drummer in the world, too. Oh
Scooby
my
Doo
God.
right.
Karen Carpenter drum or what? Now, Danielle turned me on to a documentary that came out recently. It came out this year, maybe in January, of last year, called Karen Carpenter's Starving for Perfection. It's
Mhm.
so intense and so beautiful and yet so sad. So, but if you get a chance, it's an amazing documentary. And most of her friends, like her band members and people that loved her dearly, are on it, and they throw their 2 cents in there.
I
So,
told you we used to drive by their house, right? Because
well,
they lived in Downey, California. And so when we were younger, and we heard they were on the street that they had a bowling alley in their house,
they did?
in the old Downey area. And we
Wow.
used to,
That's
just
back
drive by.
then. That's way back then.
We used to drive by and yell out the window, "Shooby doo lang lang." No,
No,
no, we didn't. We didn't do that.
you crazy, Leo. You crazy.
Oh,
Sylvia
oh,
Santoro is watching. Sylvia Santoro, Chuck Santoro's mom, and
hi,
my
mom.
great friend. You know who else? Had Manuel Soto, Mr. February 2023, 2023, I
Another
think.
more guns right there.
Yeah, he
Hmm.
actually, I just sent him, Peter Feliciano of Peter Feliciano Fine Jewelry gave me a coquille, another
Mm.
coquille to give to a listener of our choice, and I mailed it to Manny Soto. So he should be, and then I'll have him pop on the show and model the beautiful
Oh,
coquille
just
as
a
only he
cookie.
can. I felt like he should, we gave it to Adrian Christian the first time because he's also a fellow Puerto Rican, like Elaine and Peter. But I felt like it was important to have to pass it on to another Puerto Ricano, and that would be Manny Soto because he's from Puerto Rico. So
We have a
love
carpenter
you, Sylvia.
contact.
Love you more, Sylvia. And I know I keep saying this, but I got to come out. We got to hang, or would you go out to lunch or something, or
Yeah.
go get.
We have carpenter contact.
Yes. Oh,
Wink, wink. We
beautiful.
have carpenter contact.
Okay, so we've been talking
The
about the
eagle has
Carpenters.
landed.
I love it. How much we love the Carpenters. So our friend that is joining us tonight does a million different things. A million different
Ooh,
things. She's
I
like a
wonder what her
jack of
favorite
all
song is.
trades. Right. But yeah, we'll ask her. She is doing a show, a Carpenter show that's called That's My Music Growing Up with the Carpenters, Saturday, March 1st at 7 p.m. Uh, and we're going to have her come on and tell us all about it, why she
Hold on to
decided
it,
to do
baby.
the show, where you can see it. Her name is Natasha Castillo, and she is in house now. Shall we zoom her
Mm-hmm.
in?
The eagle has landed. Yeah? Yeah.
Yes, let's bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen, Natasha Castillo.
Hi.
Woohoo! Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's so nice to see you face to face.
I know. I know we talked yesterday, but
Yes.
I know that you were busy, and we really appreciate you taking the time after your work meeting to zoom in. We were waiting for you when we started talking about our favorite Carpenter songs and all that.
Oh
We're
my
all
God.
big fans here, so you are preaching to the choir. But Natasha, let me ask you. So
Mhm.
you're a singer, you're a producer, you're a photographer, you run open mic nights, you do a bunch of different things. What was it that made you want to do a Carpenter specific show?
Well, I actually was listening to them since I was in the womb. So my mom
Really?
was pregnant with me and she loved Carpenter's music. And so as a baby, she would play that music all the time. So it was one of the first things I sung.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
And do you do it chronologically, or do you just choose your favorite songs, and how did
Well,
you put the show together? I know Lenny Watts is your director, right?
yes, yes. About like over 10 years ago, maybe 11, maybe almost 12 years ago, I did another Carpenter show. That show was a tribute to the Carpenters telling their story.
Oh,
But
I
this
love
one
that.
is a show that tells my story with their music on because it
Oh,
is the running song track of my life. So, yes,
yes, and you know what? I love that. So many of us, like, I think I mean, I'll speak for myself, but when I hear certain songs of the Carpenters, it brings me right back to those moments or those years in school or family events, or just it's
yes.
just the most beautiful sound in the world. Her voice is so, and the way
Thank you.
that they harmonize together is so beautiful. So your musical director, um,
Ted
Ted
Stafford.
Stafford. Yeah. So
Yes.
and now did he also have did you both choose the songs together? How did that work out?
Well, the way that it worked was like basically what I was trying to do in general is to pick songs that are not as known because there's
Okay,
we all
great.
love the Carpenters and we know a lot of the songs like that we've only just begun, Top of the World and songs like that. And the key is to trying to get songs that people are not as familiar with because that's not all they are. So
Yeah.
I basically feel like it doesn't do them justice. So I try to pick songs that are a little bit more less known and then to
Yeah.
do like different arrangements of the songs.
Oh, I
And
love
this show
that.
is fully acoustic, so there is no piano because people basically associate carpenters. They think about Richard Carpenter, and it's all piano and very, a lot of basically a lot of background singing, and there's always a choir and always the dubbing that goes on, and it's the perfect soundtrack. But this is a little different. It's just
Oh,
taking
I
the music
love that. That's
and
a
doing
completely
it.
different twist then.
Yes.
That is a completely different twist. That's really interesting. So Ted Stafford plays the guitar.
Yes, he plays the guitar, so it's guitar and percussion only.
Oh, that's beautiful. And it's at Don't Tell Mamas, right?
Yes, it's at Don't Tell Mama, and 7 p.m. on March
March.
1st, which happens to be my birthday.
Oh,
And
happy birthday.
thank you. And then March 2nd is Karen Carpenter's birthday, and
And
March 3rd is Ted Stafford's birthday.
oh my God, that's fantastic.
So we figure we're celebrating a lot of birthdays.
I love that. What a perfect storm, a perfect musical storm, right?
Yeah.
Um, that is happy birthday, says Danielle. Danielle is our
Well,
friend who's a
thank
medium.
you.
She's great. She is probably a bigger fan than me. I'm a pretty
Really?
big fan, but she's a huge Carpenters fan. Uh, that's a lot of fish, a lot of Pisces, says Lynn Portis. Lynn is she is like she loves astrology. Yes, 3 Pisces in a row. Look at
That's
that.
awesome. That's
That is
awesome.
fantastic. So now we all talked about our favorite Carpenter songs. Now, I was thinking about I said Superstar, which I love, but I think We've Only Just Begun might be my favorite, or For All We Know. That's beautiful.
That is very beautiful.
Oh, just like, and for the younger people, if you don't like, if you don't didn't spend a lot of time growing up with the Carpenters, take a visit them musically. Go down that road because you will not believe how inspired you will be as a singer and a songwriter, and just it's such soothing music. You know,
Yeah.
if you don't like the Carpenters, I feel like you're not a good person. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. If you don't like the Carpenters, there's something innately wrong with you.
That's true because their music is very beautiful.
It's very beautiful. And now, Natasha, you are not just a singer, though. You also are a photographer. Is that
A
right?
videographer, yes, a videographer.
Videographer. And where do those skills? I know you're working on Nightlife Exchange all the time, right?
Yes, yes.
So tell us about that.
Well, it just happened that I, like a lot of people, like to take pictures. Maybe it must be part of the Asianness in me. There's this whole thing about Asian people liking to take pictures. I guess I'm fitting that sort of a mold right there.
Yeah,
So I
maybe like
like to take
Italians like to
pictures.
cook. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I do like to take pictures, and so I think that it started with the videography. It started way back at the Singers Forum because back then I was asked during the time like, "Hey, we need to take some pictures, and can somebody, take some video? Would you do it? And then you get a little credit for it and get some
Right.
extra money for its classes." So I was like, "Well, why not? I could do
Yeah.
this." They just needed a sub for the day and I
Right.
just have a pretty good knack for it. So I just kind of got into it. And before I knew it, people were asking me to video them. And I bought my camera, I upgraded, and over time, more and more people started asking me to do videography. And prior to the time that the Friars Club went defunct, I used to be their videographer. So I used to do a lot,
Really?
yeah, videos
That's
there.
amazing.
Yeah.
So you still do that if someone is doing a show,
Yeah.
you're someone that would be able to video the show.
Yeah. And I also offered that as a service at my monthly open mic,
I
which
saw
is
that.
going to 8 years this year.
Okay, we need to talk about this. This is so exciting. And by the way, you are a Mac Award nominee right
Yes.
now, right?
Not right
As
now, I'm just on the preliminary ballot, but
it doesn't
I,
matter, it's a big deal.
I
That's a big deal.
it's just participant. I
Yeah,
feel like it's important to be participating in this. Not that I expect to win or anything or nominate. I think just being part of the community, it's just showing that it's my way of saying I am part of this community and I
absolutely.
want to submit this because I'm putting in the work. And it's just encouraging a lot of people to have that sort of community vibe.
I love it. I love Mac and I love, I agree with you. It's easy to feel on the outside of anything, but in order to be on the inside of anything, you have to be part of it. And you have to extend your arms and say, I want to be part of this group. You'll get out as much as you put in. And I mean, I've been part of Mac for 20 years, I think, and I've always have felt um like the more I connect to it, the better I feel and the more friends I make from it. And then now you've made all these friendships and it just ripples out.
Definitely.
It's a great community. I agree with you. Now, please let's talk about this spotlight, uh, this open mic spotlight on you. You tell us about that.
Well, it started as a result of an open mic that used to take place at the Singers Forum, because the Singers Forum used to be a place where a lot of the instructors taught classes. And back then, there was an open mic that happened there every single month. And it was hosted by the late John Kaprowski,
Mm,
who, passed away. And he asked me when I was going there, after seeing me doing one of the open mics, a few of them, saying that he liked my energy. So he's like, would you be my co-host? And I was like, of course I would. And the
so
next thing
great.
I knew, we were doing it together. And then the Singers Forum stopped. They just kind of closed down. But that dream kind of kept on, because the intention is to have a place where anybody and everybody can go there and practice their art and work with different people.
I love
And
that.
so we brought that out, and John and we put our heads together, and I came up with the name Spotlight on You Open Mic, because I wanted to be the spotlight to be on the person who's there,
Mm.
because I wanted to be a place that anybody can go there and feel like they are the spotlight. And so I offer videography services at a very high discounted rate when I'm doing these open mics. And everybody, I hope, feel like they're at home and feel comfortable when they go to these open mics, and they can try different things. And they have
Oh,
different
I
music.
love that. So I noticed that's during the day, right?
Yes.
I love that. I think that is so great because I work nights, so I
Mhm.
miss a lot of this stuff. But I love, so tell us when that happens.
It happens on the second Saturday of every month at
Okay.
53 above Broadway, which is the Broadway Comedy Club. It's on the first floor. So it starts at 12:30 and it goes usually till like about 2:30.
I love that. That is so great. So if someone wants to be part of the open mic, they show up around 12:30 and
Yeah, just
sign
sign
up.
up and they can talk to the music director for the month and maybe practice a little bit, not much, but they get
And
to sing a
and
song, and
they
sometimes
bring their own music,
they
right? They
bring their
bring
own
their own.
music. And if there is time, if time allows, they get to do a second song. So
Okay. And you offer the video service. So let's say someone wants to have their open mic videotaped. You have that service as well.
yeah,
That's
I
amazing.
video everything, and if somebody wants a copy of their performance, they tell me and I send it to them.
Oh,
I
great.
use a very high quality camera. It's a professional job that I do, so they can purchase it for $20. So I usually keep the prices very low.
That's amazing. You know what I think is so great about this is the first thing I thought of. Sometimes people want to audition for agents or they
Mhm.
want to audition for a Broadway show or something that's going on tour, and it's, they call it self tape, right? But
Exactly.
what a better and higher quality way to do this. So if you want, especially people that are new in town, but not just people that are new in town, everybody, rather than have your friend tape it or something like that, why not go to Spotlight on You, tell Natasha, I'd like to have this, pick the song that you really want to do. And then you have this high quality tape to send to an agent, to send to a casting director. I mean, I think that solves everyone's problems because these self tapes are so stressful. I
Yeah,
have
and
found them to be so stressful.
yeah, and they get to perform on stage, so it's almost like auditioning before an audition, and to a
Yeah.
very friendly audience, and you get to work with a top-notch music director, which I try to pick every single month with people like Bill Zephyro, people like Gregory Terorian, Daryl Kojak, Dan Furman, Matthew Martin Ward, all and Tracy Stark. All of these people have played for my open mic, so
They're all amazing. They're all amazing musicians.
yes,
So if you went, because I saw this what you sent me. So if you went on different months, you'd get different musical directors.
exactly.
That is fantastic.
Like this past month, we had Tracy Stark play, and then
Love Tracy Stark.
yep, and then in March, I have John Fisher who's going to be playing.
I love John Fisher.
Yeah, they're
How
all really
great.
awesome because
Wonderful
sometimes
people.
what's the whole idea of having different music directors is because there are so many people who just don't have opportunities to meet different people and work with different people. And
Yep.
this gives them that ability to try out somebody without booking an entire hour to see
I
if it works.
know. You know what? You're right about that because we don't always have those opportunities presented to us in such like a capsule of time, right?
Yeah, because
So
otherwise you book a whole hour and you don't even know if they're good. So,
yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay, just going back to our comments for a second.
mhm.
Um, so John Piatera says his favorite Carpenter song is "Close to You." Lynn Porter says "Hurting Each Other Makes Me Cry." Wow, I forgot about "Hurting Each Other." Yeah, hurting each other. And I agree. The Carpenters are great. Says Sudi Rick Caritas. Now, um, yeah, I love this idea of Spotlight on You. I just think it's wonderful. So, and how did you meet Ted Stafford, who is a
Well,
guitar player?
we go way back because I met him, I would say, as a result of taking I guess I saw him perform, as part of the Ted and Lowe show way back. And then I also met him when he was working at the Metropolitan Room as a tech back then.
Oh,
And
right.
so there was a lot of that. And then at one point in time, he taught with Signasium as an instructor. So I took a class with him. And before that, I actually loved his guitar playing. So he was my guitar teacher for quite a while, although I'm a terrible guitar student.
Is
that,
that true?
oh my God, I'm one of those like, okay, I get into the moment. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pick this up and make it work. But then, then, I go back into singing because that's like my main instrument. So I'm like
Yeah.
doing that, but guitar kind of goes on the wayside. And before I know it, oh no, my calluses are gone. So I have to start from
Yeah. No,
scratch
I
again.
get it because I play guitar too. But the thing is, you have to keep up with it. You're absolutely right. And I'm a lazy guitar player. Like I'll play what I like to play and I'll
Hmm.
play it the way I want to play it. And
Yep.
it's not good. I should really practice more and really
Oh, me
but
too.
but I do that as well. I'm like, whatever, I'll play what I want. But I've been doing that for 30 years, putting it down, picking it up. But I love it. I love the way it sounds. And I love when I do start playing, I love the way it feels. So that's
Because he's
great.
wonderful. I have to say that it's been, a blessing finding him as a music director because it's so different working with guitar, like singing with
Yeah.
guitar, because I've done 4 other shows before this Carpenter show. And this is my 5th show. And this is the first time that I've worked on such a scaled down um, way where it's only guitar and percussion.
Oh, I
So
love that.
that's something that's like totally new for me because you feel kind of more on the at the spot because when you're dealing with just guitar, and percussion, you feel like really people are zoning in on what you're singing.
Absolutely. It's because it's intimate. And
Yes.
so I'm sure, because I'm a singer as well, and I
Mhm.
understand that, you're going to sing differently because it is
Yes.
more quiet, it's more intimate. Your technique as a singer is going to be different.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
delivery, right?
Yeah.
Now, how old were you when you started singing, Natasha?
According to my mother, I started singing when I was 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because my mother, um, some people know my mom was a very famous singer in Southeast Asia when she was alive. She had over 30 records with EMI and Polygram.
I
In
didn't know that. So
yeah,
what's your mom's name?
Dailing. So she was kind of famous, and she passed away from cancer
Oh,
years
I'm
ago.
sorry.
Yeah, but
My mom did too. I know the cancer thing very well. So
it's
I'm
rough.
sorry, it's
I'm
terrible.
sorry for your loss too.
Yeah, and yours too. I understand. It's always the
So
beautiful people. It's just mind blowing. So your mom was a famous singer. So did you listen to her all the time, and so in that way you just started imitating her?
not particularly, because the type of music that she sung when she was alive was a little bit more classically
Mm,
oriented in a way,
okay.
and she sang in Mandarin, so
Oh
in
wow,
Mandarin, so she did sing English songs, but not as much, more like in the nightclub settings when she does those
wow.
gigs back then. It's a very different world from what we
I'm
have right now.
sure. I'm sure it's a very different world. How fascinating and beautiful. So it's in your blood. It's in your genes.
Yeah,
And you
I've
and you
always
can
loved to sing. Yes.
yeah, well, I think singing is the most natural thing in the world. And I feel I'm a teacher as well. And I love children and I even the little ones love to sing. They just
Absolutely.
it's until someone says to you, "Don't do that," or "That doesn't sound good," you are going to sing. As a human being, you are going to vibrate and make those sounds, and you're going to imitate who you hear or what you're listening to. And I love that. I love that little kids will start moving and dancing, and they start singing, and I just think it's the most natural thing. And, when I was a kid, we used to sing in church a lot.
Mhm.
I grew up in the 70s, I was like this late 60s, early 70s, I was used to do folk mass. So we would go to church and some of us played guitar and we all sang. And it was such a feeling of joy to connect with other human beings like that. And you don't see that as much now because there's so much more electronic stuff. But
Well, they
I,
do say that even plants respond to music.
I
They
believe
there's a
that.
certain, yeah, because they said it's the vibration of
Yeah,
music. There's different frequencies within different music, and it reacts on a very deep level, on the DNA level with us as human beings and as plants in the universe.
I
So it's kind
love
of
that.
interesting. Yeah.
And even animals, like, if you have a dog or a cat, like, I
Mhm.
always find that when they hear you sing, it relaxes them.
Totally.
They just
Or the
kinda
other way around, depending on what you're playing.
right, it depends on what you're playing. Yeah, absolutely. Or they'll howl along, dogs will howl along with
Totally.
it. Well, Natasha, we're gonna take just a short break because we always do a food section of our show. I, I want to always remain creative. I interview wonderful creative people. This show we talk about creativity and how to stay creative. And so I feel like if I'm going to have my guests come on and bare their souls, that I should stay creative every week. So this section, Leo, will you join us for this section? I think you've met Leo already. Leo is
Yes.
my
Food?
musical right hand man. Anyway,
Food?
so yes, food. This section of our show, you know, uh, Natasha, you talked about being Asian and being wonderful with photography. Italians, we must cook. If we don't cook, we lose our badge. So I cook every week, and this section of our show is called "Go Ahead, Keep Eating." So
I
this
love
week,
that.
yes, of course, go ahead, keep eating. So this week, what did I make? What I try to do, going back to moms.
Mhm.
My mother, we grew up very poor, but we were very happy. We never knew we were poor because my mother was an amazing cook. And so she would look in the refrigerator and see what she already had in there. And lots of times, like today was so cold out, I didn't really want to go out. So I said, let me do what my mom would have done. She would have looked in the refrigerator and said, what do we have? And so I made a beautiful pasta dish with chicken, so it's fusilli with chicken. Leo, you'll love this. Poblano peppers, which
Okay.
Leo, our Mexican friend, has introduced me to poblano peppers. They look like green peppers, but boy, are
Mhm.
they spicy. And
Yep.
Oh, I love the spicy.
oh, me too. So poblano peppers, what I did was I took Vidalia onion, poblano peppers, and red peppers, sauteed them all together with this. There's this great, I love Trader Joe's, and they have this one great spice called 21 Salute, and it's 21 different spices. So if you're someone that doesn't always want to think too much about what's going in, just use 21 Salute. And I do that once in a while. Today was one of those days. I'm like, I'm not going to go out and get any fresh herbs or anything. So I used 21 Salute, garlic, a little
Mhm.
white wine. I sauteed all
Mhm.
that. And then I threw the chicken, cooked the chicken separately, threw it all in with the fusilli, and it smells divine. So
Yummy.
that is our main dish. Then I always say I'd be 400 pounds, except that I love salads. I eat salads every day, and I love them. So vegetables are my. I love vegetables. And as an Italian kid, we grew up. My dad always had a garden, so we always ate fresh vegetables. So this is red leaf lettuce, baby cucumbers, grape tomatoes, um, Bermuda onion, and I'm gonna put. There's a great company, olive oil company called the New England Olive Oil Company, and my sister always buys me a ton of their products. So this is Tuscan herb olive oil I'm going to
Mm.
use,
Nice.
and a classic balsamic vinegar. And one of my go-tos is truffle salt. I love truffle salt. So I'm going to put truffle salt on that. That is that. Listen, even if I'm by myself, I always make sure my meals are fantastic. And then
Mhm.
the,
I can totally relate to that.
oh yes, you have to eat good stuff. And then I have a banana cream pie.
Oh my God.
There's a little
Ooh.
store around the corner from my house that has these little banana cream pies and chocolate cream pies. So I already had in the
That
refrigerator.
looks divine.
Doesn't look great. So that's my
That
meal
looks
for tonight.
good.
Looks good, right? So
Yes.
Natasha,
Mm.
what are some of your favorite dishes? Like if what is a comfort food for you? If it's a rainy day and you're like, all I really want is blank.
Well, I'm also a bit of a foodie who loves to cook because, like, if you look on my Instagram, you always see dishes that I cook all the time.
I love
And
that.
there's nothing that I love more than inviting my friends over for dinner.
That's
And
great.
I do that all the time. And you should totally come over for
I,
dinner
I,
one day.
I accept the invitation.
Yes. And
I
I
love
cook
it.
mostly like Asian type food in all
My
different
favorite.
cuisines. So I can cook from Thai to Taiwanese to, Japanese and all that. But my go-to is definitely my Malaysian curry because there's nothing like a Malaysian curry, which is a special type of curry powder that I bought. That's from Malaysia. And
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
I put coconut in there and I throw in my favorite vegetables and it's a dream. Everybody
It
loves,
sounds like a dream because
yes.
I
And
was
then with
waiting for
rice,
you when you said the
obviously.
curry. I was waiting to say, is she going to throw in the coconut milk? I'm the,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
oh my
Coconut
God.
cream, not
Oh,
milk.
coconut cream.
Ooh.
Yes, there you go.
Even
Oh my,
richer.
oh my God. So delicious. I
Mm.
love curry. I love curry. I use green curry. When I make seafood dishes, I use green curry quite a bit. I love it. Uh, but I'm sure yours is 100 times better because I just use the paste, and I'm sure the way you make it is so authentic and
Well,
delicious.
like I said,
Mm.
you're welcome to come over, both of you, to have dinner and try it out.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, Leo's in
Yummy.
California, but he's coming home for a visit soon. So,
Yep.
Leo, we'll have to stop by the Spotlight on You open mic. That sounds
Mhm.
so fun. And we'll have
And
to go visit.
afterward, have dinner.
Oh my God, that sounds so good.
I don't think I would sleep when I came back to New York. I don't think I could sleep. I have so many things to do
Dude.
and dinners to eat.
Oh my God. Well,
Oh,
you have
curry
to lose
sounds
a
good.
little
I really
weight so
want
that
curry
you
now.
can make room for it.
Yeah. Well, we'll just keep eating. That's what we do. We
There you
keep
That's
go.
the
eating,
thing.
right, Leo?
We're gonna. As a matter of fact, we were talking at the top of the show that we need more another merchandise. So like a onesie that says "Go
Oh,
ahead, keep eating."
go
No the
ahead, keep
last
eating. Oh my
edition.
God. How funny would
Mhm.
that be? Ed Kutu has joined us. Ed Kutu is my friend from high school. We've remained friends all these years. He runs Blade Salon in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. So go and see Eddie if you want to get your hair did. Now, Natasha, let's remind everybody you have a show coming up, a carpenter show. Tell everybody again when that is.
It is on March 1st, Saturday, 7 p.m. at Don't Tell Mama.
Beautiful. So please go and check that out. Go and make reservations because that will sell out. I know we have so many friends that are huge Carpenter fans. Please go and do
Mhm.
that. That's going to be wonderful. And then, Natasha, the second Saturday of every month does something called.
Spotlight on You open mic. So if you like to sing, just bring sheet music and you'll have a professional pianist, a music director play for you. And
Oh
you
my
can
God.
experiment with different music directors. So
Oh, I love that. And then you get if you'd like to get a video copy of your performance, Natasha will be doing that. So I just think that is such a plus. Like that's so original. I am very impressed with that. So lots of great things. Please follow Natasha. Are you're on Instagram, Natasha, as well?
yes, yes,
Okay, follow her on Instagram, on
yes. It's,
Facebook, and she pops up everywhere. And she's a lovely human being. I'm so happy that we got this chance to spend a little time together, the
thank
three of
you.
us and
Same
our
here.
audience.
And if anybody's doing a show and they want some press coverage, I basically run a photo column, a photo journal, I would call it, because I'm not a reviewer. I basically do it to support the community. So I'm the lead photographer for Nightlife Exchange, and I go
Hmm.
to people's shows. I take high resolution photos and really nice photos of everybody, and they can
Wow.
actually use it to their whatever they like because I just send them the high resolution files after the show and I
Oh my
feature
God,
them in
that's
my
so
column.
great.
That's really cool.
That's so great, Natasha. Wow. Please go and follow Natasha. She's doing so many beautiful things and sending all this great energy into the world.
And
So
her
let
website, I know that we don't see it, but it's Natasha
Dash,
dash Castillo.com. Natasha dash, don't forget it.
the dash.
Castillo,
Okay.
Castillo.com.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Now, Natasha, I ask all my guests to do this at the end of her show.
mhm.
But this show is about creativity, staying creative, keeping our hopes up. And I always ask our guests to, if someone is struggling creatively or feels like why bother, or what would words of encouragement would you give someone to stay creative?
Well, I would say that, number one, this seems very, you know, just like it's something that everybody would say. Like life is very short
Mm,
and you never know what can happen to anybody. An example is my little sister. She got really sick and now she's like, she cannot talk yet, but you never know what can happen to somebody. You can go out and be run over by a car or something like that. So you want to cherish each and every day you've got. So whatever you want to do, whether it's just like, doing a show or whether it's like singing, just take that step, one step at a time. Because if there's something that you want to do, I've discovered that you just have to take that first step. And that in itself will guide you into the next step. Because
mm,
the first step is the most difficult. Because when you make up your mind and say that I'm going to take that first step, whether it's like cooking, like you go to the fridge, it's like you walk to the fridge and you open the fridge. That's the first step right there. And
mhm.
whatever's inside, you'll be surprised at what you can
Yeah,
create.
absolutely. I love that. Okay, just start. That's wonderful. Well, Natasha, I can't thank you enough for taking the time. I know you have a super busy life. And I really wanted to have you on the show for a while, and I was trying to get the right time, and it worked out beautifully. So thank you, my friend.
And thank
Good
you
luck.
so much. I really appreciate this.
You are so welcome. And anytime you want to come back on the show and promote something, or you just want us to talk about it, please just send it to me, and I'm happy to put the word out about that. Also, folks, when you go to Nightlife Exchange, Natasha contributes a lot to that page, and that is an incredible page. So go and check that out. That's Natasha's work. Spotlight on You. The Carpenters tribute show. Well, that's my music. Growing Up with the Carpenters is Natasha's show. Go and check that out. March 1st, 7 p.m. at Don't Tell Mamas. Everybody, please come back every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Leo, you are the wind in my sails. Thank you, my
I
friend
love you.
Natasha.
I
Thank
Thank
you,
can I
Leo. Thank you,
You want to
Maria.
say
You're
something,
welcome,
Leo?
Natasha. I wanted to say that I think that you would admonish me if we didn't remind everybody of a certain phone number that they should have before we go.
Yes, thank you. What we've been doing is letting everybody know this is the phone number 202-224-3121 for the capital. So reach out to your senators if you have any complaints, questions, um, anything that is stressing you out. The best way to get involved is to get involved. 202-224-3121. Always don't give up. We cannot give up.
Be
That is what
creative.
Taking the
be
first step
creative.
right here.
Yes, just make the call. You'll take you to a switchboard. Tell them who your representative is. Mine is Adriano Espaillat. So I would ask for his office, and then usually it's either a recording or someone will pick up and say, what is your concern, and you just let them know. Next time this person votes, please have them vote in this way. Be part of the solution. Don't just complain about the problem. So thank you, Leah. Thank you, Leo, for reminding me. Natasha, Leo, everyone out there, we love and appreciate you, and we will see you next week. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, Natasha. I'm